name is Courtney, and I'm going to use a glass tile to make a Mother's Day plaque. I'm going to put the words Mom and I love you on this glass tile that we bought from a home improvement store such as Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's. Most of them have it. This one just has a clear top with a white base. There's lots of different variations that you can use as canvases to put your adhesive vinyls on. We are going to use adhesive vinyl from Heat Transfer Source. I have Spectrum here, and this is, I'm going to use the word Mom, a large word Mom, in the Spectrum, which can be found on heattransfersource.com. And then I'm going to put I love you in adhesive vinyl, just plain black. So let's measure our tile. It is 11.5 inches wide by 3 inches and 3/4 tall. All right, so now we know how big to make our design in Design Space. But before we go to Design Space, let's take some rubbing alcohol and clean off our tile so we have a nice clean surface to put our adhesive vinyl on. Just use any old kind of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and just clean it off to get your tile nice and clean.
Now we're going to open Design Space, start a new project where we're going to upload our image. I have it uploaded. I'm going to select it down here, insert. We measured our tile and it was 11.5 wide by 3 3/4 tall, so we can size this up a little bit. I always like to give a little bit of room so it's not going off the edge. Now we're ready for Make It. It's going to separate it into 2 layers, one for the I love you, which is a little hard to see, but there.
Hey, sorry for the interruption, but for new craft videos every Tuesday and Friday, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to hit that bell. Thanks, everyone.
And then one which we're going to do in the Heat Transfer Source black adhesive, and then we're going to do the Spectrum adhesive is going to be what shows as pink here. Because this is adhesive vinyl, we do not need to mirror, so we can leave that as is, and we're ready to hit continue.
Before I unload my mats, I always take my Tweety light because I can see the cuts really good with the Tweety light, and I make sure it cuts so I can easily weed it. If it's not easy to pull up, I'll cut it again, because with a Cricut you can hit the C button again and it cuts in the same exact spot. But this cut great, so we're gonna unload it. See, this is what I started weeding on the machine before I cut. Now that our pieces are weeded, we can use our transfer tape to take our adhesive vinyl off of the backing and put it on our tile. I'm using grid patterned transfer tape because I like to have the lines help me keep things straight as possible. So I line up the lines at the bottom of the word Mom, at the bottom of the M's, so it's straight across at least. And then I take my vinyl piece that we did put alcohol on, and I like to try to get it lined up before I take too much of the backing off of our vinyl. I feel this helps with air bubbles. Because we're on a square tile, we really need to make sure we get the Mom on there straight, or else it throws everything off. Okay, so I like that spot. So I'm gonna stick some transfer tape down. I haven't pushed the vinyl part down. As you can see, that's still kind of loosey. But I pushed the transfer tape on the bottom of the tile to keep it where I want it. And now I'm going to use my scraper tool and start applying the vinyl that I took off already. Grab this vinyl backing and take push it down too good. There we go. Just needed that corner to come up. Now I can start pulling and sticking simultaneously. And pulling the tape off and rolling the under backing paper and sticking kind of at the same time. This just seems to be the way that works for me to not have a lot of bubbles. If I pull it all off, that's when I seem to get a lot of bubbles that can appear. So, you know, each person has their own way of doing things. If you have a way that works for you, I would love to try new ways. And now we take our tape off. Again, I use the roll it towards me. Just sometimes the vinyl will stick to the tape and not to the board like you want it to. And then give it in there. So I went through my discard pile and found the missing piece. Luckily I didn't have it all rumpled up. So we'll put that down where it belongs and squeegee it down. Now we have